And welcome along and welcome back to Spruce Mountain Farm. Today we are going to be doing a lot of mulching. We need to get our fields ready for seeding next year, and very much we need to do a lot of mulching and a lot of preparation. If we have a look at our map quickly, and we turn off the weeds because we have a lot of weeds. Both 5 and 6 are in need of ploughing. 5 and 8 are in need of mulching. So, yeah, we're going to start off today by getting 5 and 8 mulched. And then once that's done, we can turn our attention to 5 and 6 needing some ploughing. At some point, we are also going to have to come round and get the precision farming soil sampling done. So there's a whole load of that to be done. We've got a grass field. Is this a grass field? I think this might be grass. No, this is barley. We've got a field of barley here that's growing. So yeah, this I want to turn into a grass field later in the year, I think. And along with a whole section we've got here of field 5. Because I think those two together will be really useful to us. Let's just pull this into here. Yeah, and this is all withered. This was a whole load of oats that we were just unable to get, well, that had withered before we took over the farm, to be honest. Bring this in here. Lots of people commenting last time on the fact that this was the best mulcher for me to buy. The fact that it's slightly thinner than the other one is evened out by the fact that it also works at a faster rate. So we should have no issues with that on here. If I can get the tractor to line up with the edge of the field, like that. Down we go. We are all connected up and everything. Yeah, we're looking good. Let's jump back in and away we go. And yeah. So, now will this give us any fertilizer stage? I don't think we can tell very easily the fertilizer stage or the... Yeah, we can't tell the fertilization setup of these fields at the moment. So, we need to get these all scanned. I think we're going to have to get them scanned by an agronomist coming in and doing it. I think to get the equipment ourselves and do it is going to take forever. So yeah, we'll get someone to come in and do this. It'll cost us a little bit more, but I think in the end it'll probably be worth doing it that way, especially as we're going to have to spend a whole load of time getting these fields ready for planting in the next few months. As I was saying last time, and as I asked you guys last time, exactly what you thought I should do in regards to which crops. And lots of people supporting the idea that maybe we should do some cotton. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a cotton and silage farm here. And do something that doesn't involve a combine harvester for once. Taking me a little while to get round to this side of the field. And it shows just how big field 5 actually is. What I think we're going to have to do with the setup we've got and how we're working is probably divide it into 4, I think is where I'm going to go with this. So we've got a couple of obvious places to divide this field. We've got the edge where it meets field 6 at the bottom. That is a good place for us to split it. We're going to split it at the point where we are now. So bring this across here, and yeah, and we can split across here as well. That will then deal with the area that we've got that's got the weird section with our cow shed in it. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Let's pop out and just sort this. And yeah, means that we've got a nice square off section there. And means we get a smaller third field. And then I think we're going to have to split it sort of halfway down what remains into 2 larger square fields. I think is the way it's going to have to go. It's quite a it is quite a big field. It is that will give us a few fields roughly the same sort of size as well, give us 2 fields roughly the same sort of size as field 8, and 1 field I think roughly the same sort of size as field 6, and then a good grass area for us to produce hay for our cows. So I think that will be our best bet up and our best setup. One thing I like about this mulcher is the wheels. It doesn't feel like with lots of rollers that I shouldn't be lifting it on those back wheels while I'm working. So I quite like that. It makes sense to me with this very awkward shaped field at the moment. But this is the area I'm talking about being grass. You can see here that it's left a very thin area around this corner that needs we need to do something with, and we do need a decent amount of grass fields in order to keep and grow our cows. So I think turning field 7 into a grass field and doing the top end of this as a grass field should give us plenty of grass to be working with, and then from there we will be able to go and make sure that our dairy side of our operation here on the farm is successful too. So we've got a lot of field left to mulch. I'm just reaching the end of the headland as we come up to 10 in the morning. So I'm going to go and do a second headland, and then we're going to start doing some very long up and downs. 2 headlands down, and we're starting on our long run through the field. We're just going to keep a nice straight line here, even though the field kinks out to the left here in a bit. We're just going to go straight through the middle of this and sort of try and open up as if we were doing a harvest setup. It is clearing this out rather nicely, and we're getting rid of this dead canola fairly quickly. I think this is canola. It was either canola or oats. I can't remember which, but yeah, either way, it's dead and of little to no use to us. So we want to get rid of all this. One thing we are going to have to start looking for and keeping an eye out for in the shop is a larger tractor, I think. If we're doing corn on here, yeah, nothing here in the sales at the moment. If we're doing corn on here, we are going to be plowing every year. So we're going to need something that will work in that way, that will do, well, let's have a quick look actually. So we're going to need a ripper of some description, 320 horsepower or 410. The case one here is 310. So yeah, anything with a bit of width on it is going to mean we're going to need a decent amount of horsepower to pull it. 310 horsepower is going to be something like a 9 RT or an 8 RT maybe. We'll have a look. You know what I'd love to get on here? An 8. I think it's an 8 RT. And we'll have a look in a moment. That is down, and we are... No, we're not quite straight. We want to be straight. There we go. There we are. Without GPS, this is a little bit annoying, but with a tractor with this many hours on it, I don't want to put GPS on it. So tractor-wise, yeah. We're going to need a large tractor, something like the 8RX, 351,000, but easily enough horsepower to do that, or an 8RT would have enough to do it as well. So either of those two are definitely on my target list. You can see the price, though. They're fairly expensive. It might be one of those things where we have to go and do them on a hire purchase, which means we need to be very careful about how much we're spending each month on leasing equipment and making sure that we are covering the costs of leasing that equipment every month if we're looking to buy it. Otherwise, we're going to find ourselves very, very quickly running out of money and going very deeply into debt with equipment that we haven't yet bought. And no, that's not going to do it. Back us up. Yeah, I really need some GPS, but we can't afford this a new one of these and a new one of those. Oh, I could put GPS on this. What do you guys think? We've got a tractor with 40 hours on it. Do we go and put GPS on this tractor, knowing that we're probably going to have to replace it not too distant future? We're probably going to have to put, actually, I think we're going to have to put GPS on this. And the crop sensors as well, because one of my biggest worries here at the moment is that our environmental score is slightly down. We're going to be losing money on every sale at the moment, because our environmental score is not quite right. So as a result of that, we want to get that back up. We need to rise that, and ploughing these two big field, this big field and field 6, that is not going to raise our environmental score. That's going to have a negative effect on it. So yeah, we don't want to be being charged money every time for when we deliver goods. Ideally, what we want to do is to get a little bit of extra cash. So we are very much going to need to start raising that score quickly in order to combat the cost of having to plow one of our fields or several of our fields every year. Time is rolling on, and so are we. We are up to, well, we're up to the last couple of rows, I think, on this side of the field. Downside is that we spin round here. There's a good 2/3 of the field left. It's a huge job, this, to clear all of this old crop. But we are getting through it. We will get through this field today. Whether I have to finish it off camera at the end, or whether we manage to get through all of it. Hopefully, we'll just get through all of it. I would quite like that to happen. And yeah, we are looking at being fairly well set up. We need to sell. Well, we're at a point where we've got more milk at our yard than we have space for it in the tanker. So what I think I'm going to do is, when we get to the end of this side of the field here, and we've cleared this, we'll set a hired worker going on the rest of the field and covering the rest of that to clear it off, especially as those are going to be the longer runs at that point. And we will go and pop back to the farm. We'll go and sort the milk situation out, get some of that sold, get some money in, because as I said, we need to get some daily income coming in. And if the milk is going to be the thing that sorts that, that is going to be great. In fact, if that is the case, it might be worth us looking at grabbing some more cows and populating our cow shed a bit more. So we'll see how we go with that. All in all, though, these rollers have done fairly well at mulching this field in. I am just concerned what it's going to take to get this and field 6 ready for replanting in a couple of months. As I said, we're going to need a pretty big tractor with some serious horsepower to do these in any kind of reasonable time. I think if we go with it with a normal plow, especially on this field here, it is going to take forever to get it done. So very much looking at using something with a little bit more wingspan, a little bit more width to it, in order to ensure these jobs go a bit quicker. So a hired worker has been set off during the rest of that field. I'm going to take the back off this, and we're going to go and find the water trailer setup that we have for this normally, which is over here. Hook this up and see if we can go and make some money selling some milk. Should just be a case of backing this into here. Whoa. If I'm careful enough. Yeah, there we go. Back that into here. And then, where do we fill the milk up? This is the milk fill point. Oh, great. Right. Now we've got some milk. Perfect. Best price for milk at the moment, we're looking at $3.41 at Johnson's Farmers Market by the looks of things. Price is on the way up, although, yeah, it goes higher in January. But in fact, it goes best price in January. But we need the money. Well, do we need the money now? Yeah, we're actually pretty good on price. Let's just check this. So best price at the moment is 1341, 1368. That's actually not a massive fluctuation anyway. Cool. Let's go sell this. We're off to Johnson's Farmers Market. So let's tag that. See where that is. And it's over that way. So I will see you down there. Thankfully, not too far away. Johnson's Farmers Market is just down here. So in, and we will sell our milk over here. Now, is this... Well, we'll see which trigger it is. I think it's probably the outer one. Oh, no, it is the inner one. There we go. So that will give us a nice little income of milk from the milk. It's nice, actually, that the milk price doesn't fluctuate too much. It means that we can come and do it on a regular basis. And you can see there what I was talking about earlier, the negative environmental score kicking in because we've got a score of 47. We do lose a little bit of money. But all in all, we made about 10 grand off that. So that's really nice. And we'll keep us going for a little while, and we'll fill up and we'll sell again next month. So the actual amount we made from the milk was about 8,000, which is good. Our loan or our vehicle leasing costs at the moment are 3,000. I don't know whether that will... does this need repairs? I think this needs repairs. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Let's go repair this next, then. We'll disengage the trailer. Like that. And we'll take this over because somebody mentioned last time that actually we have a repair shop on the farm, which I didn't realise. It's in this end section here. So we've got the cotton bales stored in this shed. But in this end shed here, we have a workshop. Doesn't have a lot of stuff, other than the spanner, obviously. It doesn't have a lot of stuff marking it as a workshop. It'd be nice to have a few bits and pieces in here, but if we turn our truck off, should be able to go and repair it, like so. 2,135. There we are, all good, and done. Let's reverse this out, and we'll go put the truck bed back on it because we need to go and do that. And then I think we'll take a trip down to the shop because down there we still have a piece of equipment that we need to go and pick up that's been left down there for a while. And yeah, our sprayer we need to get back here. That is going to help increase our environmental score no end, that. So yeah, we really want that piece of equipment back here. It's a very important bit of kit. For the most part, I'm looking to populate the farm with John Deere equipment. We do have this New Holland T6. It was a steal when it came up on Stone Valley and made it a very very affordable piece of equipment for us. But it was much... yeah, I couldn't really leave it at the time. It's a great tractor for us to have around the yard. It's got a little bit more oomph to it should we need to get it doing another job. By far, the tractor that's doing most of our field work at the moment, though, is our 6M. So eventually, I think we'll replace both tractors on here if we can. We need to make a decent amount of money to do that. We have now, of course, got this John Deere sprayer. This is going to make a massive difference to us as far as doing work on the farm. We don't have the spot spraying system on it yet. We are going to have to add that at some point. We can add that in our workshop, though. And that will give us a really good, healthy boost to our environment score when we come to do weeds. So that's why we need to add it onto it. At the time, we didn't really have the money to look at that and see about doing it. But now we kind of do. It's 3:30 in the afternoon and the sun is setting. How's our hired worker doing here? Not too bad. Seems to be keeping nicely on track. Not sure it's got through the long section of the field yet. Let's have a look. No, it's coming towards the end of it though, and hopefully that will mean he's gonna start speeding up on the last section. As I was saying before, though, this is why we need to split these fields a bit. Yes, we'd still have to do this work on all the fields, but we can stagger the work a bit more if the fields are separate ones, rather than just one big, long one that fairly small piece of equipment for that field ends up going for. And that actually, as I was saying before, that is the second largest and the fastest working mulcher that's available base game. So, yeah, doing mulching on big fields takes a while. Right, where am I going to have as my spray shed? Well, we could put the sprayer in there and do it that way. I think we're going to park it under this cover for now. That seems to be the place that equipment like this is a good place for equipment like this to go. So we'll back this into here. And yeah, next time I think we're going to have to look at possibly getting a big piece of kit. A big tractor and a big ripper in order to get our field sorted and ready. Meanwhile, we'll probably actually end up with our current John Deere, our 6M, doing the mulching on the cotton field next time. Because that's kind of what we need to get it doing. Right, there we go. It's really going to be a case of which tractor do I get? Do I go for leasing an 8RT, which to lease that, let's have a look at how much it costs to lease these. And the thing is, we've got to set these up before we go and lease them. Actually, do we have any mods of these two tractors? Because I have had a lot of mods in. We've got some fairly big tractors that aren't quite so much. Wow, that is very expensive. Yeah, the RX here, 539,000, is much more expensive than the base game one at 351. So 357 horsepower would do it. We'd need the US track setup, like that. Configuration 3-point or front weight. Okay, we can go with the 11. Yeah, so like that. Yes to GPS. Yes to the Izaria. Actually, I don't think we need the Izaria add-on on this. Because we're not going to be doing any spraying with it. We're just going to be doing big field work. And we would put a license plate on, but that costs nothing. So leasing this would cost 7,700 per work hour and 3,700 per work day. So it's going to be a fairly costly thing to run on the farm. But I think we're going to need it. I think we're going to need something like this on here. The alternative is the 8RT engine setup. Well, how much is this here? So 348 here. And to go for a 345 here. Okay. Or, actually, what's the difference between those? That's the older version. So £100,000 less if we get the slightly older version of the RT. That's, oh wow, so many different engine setups on here. We want to get, you know what, the base one will be fine. Lots of different wheel brands. We want something fairly low impact, I think. Okay, and yep, we can go for that setup would be fairly good. Frame weight. Don't think we overly need a frame weight. 3-point hitch. Oh, okay. So we've either got toe or 3-point hitch. We're gonna need a 3-point hitch, I think, with the setup. Maybe, or maybe not. Actually, I think all the things we're looking to do with it are toes, so that should be fine. Front weight, front bracket. Yeah, if we put a bit of weight on the front, because we won't be able to adjust that, and I don't want to have that issue. Yes, we want a left beacon light. We want Starfire. Oh, wow. There are so many. Front loader attacher. GPS, yes. No Isaria, but that's fine. And yeah, so that would then cost to lease a lot less money. So I think we're probably going to be looking at an older version of that, or something along those lines. There are other options here as well, like the 9X20 would be a good option too. So there's plenty for us to have a look at here, and possibly go with that would pull the equipment we need to pull today. And so we're back to our hired worker, working away. It's about halfway through this field. It looks like it's going to be continuing on. In fact, I think what we'll do is we'll take the hired worker off. We'll reverse ourselves up, and yeah, we'll finish off this job, because this is what we still need to do today. So finishing as we started, we're going to keep mulching this field and see how far we get by 5:30, I think. Just gone 5:30, and the sun is setting over that away. We have not finished this field yet. We're going to be working a little bit into the night to do it, but we are going to have field 5 completed in time for next time, where, yeah, let me know what you think tractor wise as far as getting something a little bit bigger for the farm. What I'm really concerned about at the moment is the farm itself makes financial sense. So we need to make sure that whatever we lease, we end up covering the costs with milk and other things around the farm as we go. All in all, though, I'm pretty pleased with how things are going on here at the moment, and we should be nicely set up to do a great silage and cotton farm, along with our dairy in the near future. So yeah, this is shaping up to be very nice at the moment. I'm gonna leave this here though for today. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.